stationary ad capsule. Visit saferpr.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
From prison escapes
They actually spent that year digging a 100-foot tunnel from the cell.
to naked hiking. It's definitely a lot of
People start with more of those than the end.
Billy has some wild stories. Hear them on the John Cast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Get a deal you'll like on a Honda you'll love.
It's 10:12 on News Radio and traffic driven by is Gary Barbera, the best boy on gas. Over to the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. Andy Anderson, what's happening?
Thank you, Pete. Still watching the shenanigans here on 95 from this crash. Northbound approaching Academy. Had an accident involving a tractor trailer and a car hauler. So that meant it was big things. Fortunately, we started to peel this back a little bit. They've towed one of the vehicles off already. They're kind of turning the other one around so they can get that hooked out of there. Now you've got the 2 left lanes open versus just 1, so this is a plus. You want to stay still to the far left as you work your way by it, but now you can use the 2 left as you're running northbound. Still looking at, unfortunately, a pretty sizable delay. You've still got probably a good 1.5 mile delay with this, but that is slowly easing up. Just give it some extra time if you're trying to run 95 up towards the northeast. On 95, both directions, really between Columbus Boulevard and Vine Street Expressway, you lose a couple of lanes here. Southbound, the right lane closed, northbound, the left lane closed. Crews are setting up for the big southbound closure coming in later this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, you can still get through there pretty easily right now. Maintain time, I won't do it while you can. Traveling Schuylkill 76, westbound coming up through the curve and Gladwin, you got some slow go. It's just normal volumes in there. Welcome to Saturday. And if you're traveling 76 eastbound from before Montgomery right down about the Vine, I got some slow go as well. Westbound, seeing a little patch of slow go right around South Street. And if you're traveling Vine Street Expressway, heading westbound from just about the Parkway, trying to feed into 76 west, you're going to find that jammed up as well. Now, we've had a slow-moving worker on 476 southbound. They were approaching 76. It looks like they finally had enough and cleared out of there. But we still do have another issue. Northwest extension of Pennsylvania Turnpike, 476 southbound past Lansdale. You still have what's left from a car fire off on the right shoulder, and there's some emergency equipment on scene with it. Boom, shakalaka. It's Gary Barbera's month-end sensation Jeep liquidation celebration. Brand spanking new Barbera Jeeps. Save up to $15K. Every minute of every day, people say, is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess. Goodbye, February. Hello, Barbera Jeep. Super cheap. Save $15K. Boom, shakalaka. Next up, Dayton, less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
All right, thanks, Andy. And now the AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Matt Benz.
Some sun into this afternoon, breezy and chilly, high just 43 degrees. Turning much colder for tonight compared to recent nights. Clear skies, a low of 22. Tomorrow, turning out mostly sunny, less wind overall. Should be a nicer day to be outdoors with the high of 45 degrees. A big-time turnaround in temperatures coming our direction into early next week. Monday, sunshine, patchy clouds, a high of 59 degrees. Temperatures likely to go warmer than that into Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs reaching the 60s. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
Right now in the city, we have 40 degrees and a cloudy sky.
KYW News Radio 103.9 FM is always live on the free Odyssey.
Here are 3 things to know at 10:15, sponsored by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. It's been 2 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. As the war continues, innocent civilians still need help. Many seniors don't know about a Medicare entitlement called the annual wellness visit. The KYW Medical Report will take a look at that coming up. And recapping our top story tonight at 5 o'clock, 95 South will shut down between Callow Hill and Morris Street. Crews continue the CAT project. To get around, keep a lock to traffic on the 2s. It's all ahead on KYW. I'm Pete Nenerato. Gina Longo at the editor's desk. 2 years ago today, Russia launched a full-scale invasion on Ukraine. And with Russia about to launch a major offensive, KYW's John McDevitt tells us help is greatly needed.
New help is needed, but over the past 2 years, a tremendous amount of donations and other forms of support from around the world were given to the people of Ukraine. There were volunteers with various backgrounds who went to the war-torn country to do whatever they could to assist.
It's really sad, all this death and destruction.
Among them, Joe Dubik of Jamison, PA. The 47-year-old roofer of Ukrainian descent took 2 trips to Ukraine. He spent 8 months in total helping with humanitarian efforts and developing kamikaze drones for the military.
Do you think you made a difference?
I do, on a small level, sure. Like, you know, I know I've got a lot of drones to some guys, probably saved some lives, but on a macro level, probably not.
Ukraine is in need of additional funding to support the military. A stand-up in Washington over billions of dollars in additional military aid as advocates around the world standing up for Ukraine.
The military assistance is critical because the armaments are literally running out.
G. Duchy is the president of the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America's Philadelphia branch, and on the organization's national board.
We are all meeting with our congresspersons, with senators, parliamentarians, with world leaders, and telling people that Ukraine needs assistance.
John McDevitt, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
The KYW News Radio Medical Report with Dr. Brian McDonald.
Sponsored exclusively by Independence Blue Cross.
One of the most confusing health entitlements is the Medicare program called the Annual Wellness Visit. Most people think an annual wellness visit is a physical exam. Getting a physical exam has always been a huge part of our overall wellness, but Medicare says the Annual Wellness Visit, or AWV, is anything but a physical exam. It's a chance for those on Medicare and their doctors to review a health risk assessment. Everything from your medical and family history to a review of prescriptions and advanced care planning are covered. Despite the name, it is not a physical exam. Nevertheless, it is worth going over the paperwork with a professional. I'm Dr. Brian McDonough, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
Leaders at one of Pennsylvania's historically black colleges are up in arms about what they say is their unfair probationary status. Adas Kuznets explains.
Penn University of Pennsylvania was placed under probation in 2023 due to an evaluation by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education, which found the university's accreditation is in jeopardy because of insufficient evidence of compliance with standards of ethics and integrity, design and delivery of the student learning experience, and standards for planning, resources, and institutional improvement. University President Aaron A. Walton says the school's probationary status is unjust, given that accreditation was recommended after 2 recent evaluations.
2 teams visiting a school and giving positive review is unprecedented that a commission would not accept reports coming from the commission.
Governor Josh Shapiro echoed the sentiment in a letter to MSCHA. State Senator Vincent Hughes says though Cheney remains accredited during this probationary period, the move could cause reputational damage.
Middle States accreditation is not and has never been a gotcha entity. It has been an entity that provides advice, provides best practices to universities as they work through whatever issues that they may have, okay? This feels like we got you.
Adas Kuznets, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
Does your dog or cat have what it takes to be the Cadbury Bunny?
Cadbury's looking to cast its next big star and has put out the call to pet owners. This year it's going down like March Madness and will be a bracket-style elimination tournament to see who makes it to the final fur and then ultimately is voted the big winner.
Something more cuddly.
You need to enter a pic of your pooch or kitty or gerbil, turtle, or even snake on Instagram and make a pitch why they should be the next 2024 Cadbury Bunny. The winning pet gets to star in the next commercial. The winning pet parent gets $7,000 in cash. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Right now in the city, we have 40 degrees of cloudy sky, and as far as traffic is concerned, we're dealing with a crash on 95 near Academy, and we'll check in with Andy Anderson on that in 2 minutes. It's 10:20.
Hey, it's Steve Uran from Philadelphia's Morning News. Do you think you're one of Philadelphia's biggest sports fans? Do you know someone who has a great story about their family? Well, we want to tell these stories in our Philadelphia Sports Fan of the Week series. Hit us up at kywnewsradio.com/fans.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IVX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IVX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IVX.com.
I'm Raquel Williams, Community Impact Reporter for KYW News Radio. Valentine's Day in February is when we celebrate everyone we love. Well, there's only one gift that I want for my loved ones this year, and that's for them to get screened for cancer. That goes for my family at home and at KYW, which includes you, our listeners. I've been public about my breast cancer journey, and if I didn't get screened, who knows where I'd be. Please, talk to your doctor about what screening tests are right for you. Visit cancer.org/get-screened. I love you. Get screened.
Carrier has the home comfort you need and financing options to fit any budget. Right now, you can enjoy 60 months financing on a new home comfort system. Turn to your local Carrier dealer for efficient heating and cooling performance, healthier indoor air, and convenient monthly payments for qualified buyers. Visit nopaycarrier.com. That's nopaycarrier.com. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Hey, what up, any news time? 10:22, and traffic driven by is Gary Barbera, the best boy, I guess. And the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. Andy A., what's new?
I'm glad you asked that, Pete, because really not much is. It's pretty much second verse thing as the first. For traveling 95 northbound approaching Academy, you still have this crash. Now, in all fairness, there was a lot of things going on here and a couple of really big trucks involved, so that did not help any, but they've got most of it out, but you still have another truck being hooked up to a wrecker right now. So 95 northbound, as you're coming up towards Academy, you're pushed over to the 2 left lanes. You lose the 2 right, but as long as you stay over towards the left, you will get through this. The backup finally looking a little better. Now it's only a mile delay instead of a mile and a half, so that's a bit of an improvement. I've got a little bit of a lane squeeze as well. If you travel at 95 either direction between Columbus and the Vine Street Expressway, northbound you lose the left lane, southbound you lose that right lane. They're getting things set up for the full closure of the southbound. That's going to be later this evening. Don't worry about that yet. You can get through there, and you might want to do that now while it's looking pretty good. I'm traveling 76. We got a couple of issues here. Looks like we picked up a possible crash westbound just before the Gladwin ramps. I was seeing an odd delay starting back by City Avenue, coming all the way up to just before the ramp, and then everything opens up wide. Trying to swing the cameras around and get better looks, so do expect that delay, though. Eastbound 76 before Montgomery, down to the Vine, you got some slow go. Westbound, that crowd starts to Grace Ferry, again, running up to just about the Vine. And if you travel at Vine Street Expressway itself, eastbound looking good, but westbound, you got almost a parking lot starting right by the Parkway, trying to feed it to 76 West. Just a very heavy crowd through there. This will give yourself extra time. Boom, shakalaka. It's Gary Barbera's month-end sensation Jeep liquidation celebration. Brand spanking new Barbera Jeep. Save up to $15K every minute of every day. People say, is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess. Goodbye, February. Hello, Barbera Jeep. Super cheap. Save $15K. Boom, shakalaka. Next update in less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
All right, thanks, Andy. Now, the AccuWeather forecast right now, 40 and cloudy in the city. Hitting a high of 43 this afternoon. Could be a bit breezy today. Then tonight, clear, down to 22 degrees. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, up to 45. Right now, across the board in Oxford Circle, Woodbury, and at the Penn Medicine Station in University City, we have 39 degrees. And weather is sponsored by SEPTA, now hiring bus operators, mechanics, and police officers. Apply today. Well, your closet may not compare to what's out there now.
I'm here to recognize my very good friend.
You don't think Jennifer Aniston rummaged through a dinky little closet and came up with that stunning black number she wore to present Adam Sandler with his People's Choice Prize. She perused the options in her enormous, perfectly curated walk-in in her $21 million Bel Air mansion, giving fans a glimpse on her Instagram. Aniston's is just part of a growing trend of small apartment-sized closets that have taken off among celebrities and non-celebs alike. Many feature crystal chandeliers to illuminate racks and racks of pricey clothing, protected jewelry cases.
Okay, we are getting ready to head into a construction zone here. We're about 5 miles north of Lansdale, and the construction project that we will be driving into shortly, this will help ensure that there's 3 lanes between here and the Quakertown exit.
To take it earlier and for some consoles even for consoles that does not take damage, in fact they will cancel out and give you opportunities to go down as well.
An initial study of the non-invasive rapid test found its results were over 90% accurate, said Priscilla Simmons.
At 25, it's time for Money News on KYW News Radio 103.9 FM. Let's check in with Bloomberg's Gina Survey.
Small firms are feeling optimistic about 2024. Brett Sussman is Vice President of Business Blueprint Marketing at American Express. He says small businesses have been through a lot for the past few years.
I think the confidence is coming from the feeling better about the economy, particularly inflation.
In its latest survey, Amex found small businesses now focused on expansion, hiring, and using technology to get ahead.
50% of small businesses cited that they're looking to proactively expand in 2024.
Scoot over to the left and slow down to request the speed limit.
Artificial intelligence is also on the minds of small business owners.
They're focused in on marketing, making the materials more personalized, and customer service benefits.
Despite feeling better about inflation, it's still a concern among U.S. small businesses.
And that is really a delicate balance, and there's no playbook there for when you've, become too expensive to your customer base.
With Money News from Bloomberg on KYW, I'm Gina Cervetti.
There we go.
The news you care about. KYWNewsRadio.com.
This is the day of the big sale at your gift shop.
Looks like
So
we
this
are
isn't just a big day for
down
your
to
business.
55
It's a
at
big
this
day for a
time.
network keeping it all connected. That is, if it can handle pressure.
Next line, please.
So is it possible to get business internet you can really count on? It is. With 99.9% network reliability from Comcast Business. It's like this neat little bow. Really ties it all together. Reliable internet for your business. It's not just possible, it's happening. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Plus, ask how to get an $800 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call and go online today to switch to Comcast Business. Ends 5/5/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 50 megabits per second internet and security aid. Equal bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Every 12 months, regular rates apply.
It's President's Day all month long at TurnersvilleJeep.com. Your zero down Jeep and Ram headquarters. Come to TurnersvilleJeep.com. And qualified buyers can get incredible zero down deals on a massive inventory of new Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram trucks. Philly buyers, visit toll-free Turnersville and we'll pay your tolls. Don't miss this incredible zero down President's Day event all month long at TurnersvilleJeep.com on Route 42 in Turnersville. Drive a little, save a lot at TurnersvilleJeep.com.
Fabrice.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you need a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, stretch them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray out. Get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my bags. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/crypto.
KYW News Time at the time, 10:30.
From the Delaware Valley Honda Studios, radio you like on Honda
Residents brace for extra traffic with the closure of southbound 95 and Landing this weekend. I am Mike DiNardo.
Israel's next target appears to be Rafah. That's where an estimated 1.5 million people are sheltering. The latest on the war this morning on KYW News Radio. With roughly a quarter of eligible 18-year-olds registering to vote in the area, there's a push to get more young people into the polls for the upcoming spring season. In sports, the 76ers get a win over Cleveland. The Flyers take on the Rangers today at 3 o'clock in St. Philly. And the Phils open up their spring training schedule today against Toronto. Right now, 40 degrees at County's High, heading up to 43 in the city. A good morning to you. I'm Pete Manhattan, and here's what's happening at 10:39. The area is getting ready for another closure of I-95 near Penn's Landing this weekend. This time, southbound lanes go out. KYW's Mike DiNardo reports.
To accommodate more demolition for the I-95 CAP project, all southbound lanes of the interstate are closing from Callow Hill to Morris Street, starting at 5 p.m. Saturday, lasting until 5 a.m. Monday. The ramp from the east...
We are 2 miles south from the Quakertown exit. Still have a little bit to go before we reach the Lehigh Valley exit.
We'll have to exit at 6th Street and use Ray Street to get to South Columbus Boulevard. Old City resident Guillermo Bosch isn't looking forward to that.
It's a mess, and it will continue to be a mess.
Resident Victor Ramirez wasn't aware 95 was closing again.
Yeah, no, so we can
now. They give reporting by weekend. I didn't even know that. I thought 185 was only shutting down last weekend for one weekend, or whatever weekend it was.
It was 3 weeks ago. To get ready for this weekend's closure, police Friday put up no parking signs along Race in Old City. Mike Diorno, K1W News Radio, 103.9 FM.
It's 10:32. The young adult seems to need a shot to get going. Coming up, but first, traffic and weather on the twos in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. Andy Anderson, good morning to you.
I would say good morning once again, Pete. Still a couple of issues here. One week was turning out to be an issue and then not so much of an issue, but this one still is. 95 North approaching Academy. You still have what's left of this crash involving a tractor trailer and a car hauler. They got one out. They're trying to pull the second one out. So you're pushed over to the two left lanes. You've got emergency crews taking out the two right, but if you stay over towards the left, you'll get through it. Still a little bit of a delay, but not nearly as bad as it was. I think we're down to, maybe 3/4 of a mile, a little less than a mile versus the mile and a half we had before. So it is improving. It just took time getting up to the northeast. Rest of 95, actually not bad.
There's the exit for Quakertown.
Directions, you're going to find a lane squeeze between Columbus and Vine Street Expressway. Southbound, you lose the right lane. Northbound, that left lane. Those are going to stay in for the day. And then at 5 o'clock, they completely shut down the southbound. And so you might want to prep for that one because it's going to get busy there very quickly. Now, if you just spot something, call Regency Furniture Zipline, 215-724-1060. Regency Furniture, always stylish and love for less. Next update in less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
All right, thank you, Andy. And now the AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Matt Benz with a look at your 5-day.
Certainly a chillier trend here for today with regards to temperatures, but after today, things begin to warm up, especially into early next week when we can make a run at 60 degrees, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday. Though today, clouds will break for some sun after a damp start this morning. Breezy, high just 43 degrees here for this afternoon. And for tonight, clear, much colder than recent nights. Temperatures falling down to 22 degrees here in the city. Teens, though, in many northern and western suburbs. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Temperatures topping out at 45 degrees, though, with less wind. Should be a nicer day to be outdoors. Monday, much warmer, partly sunny. High at 59 degrees. Just warm for Tuesday, perhaps a shower or two for the afternoon of Tuesday.
And we just crossed the border into Lehigh County.
On Wednesday, climbing up to 62 degrees, cooler then for the end of next week. I'm Andy with the meteorologist, Matt Benz.
In the city right now, 40 degrees at 10:35. The world's eyes are now on Rafah, the southern border town in the Gaza Strip. Has swelled in size in recent weeks. An estimated 1.5 million people are sheltering there. Food is scarce and the streets are packed with tents for the families lucky enough to have them. This is where Israel's next targeted. UN officials warn that an attack on Rafah will be catastrophic, with more than 600,000 children in the path of an assault. Israel says it must take Rafah to avoid Hamas's destruction and to free hostages held by the militants. Millions of lives defending the balance. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has post-war plans, as we hear from correspondent Inez de la Patera.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu presenting his first official plans for the Gaza Strip once the war ends, saying Israel will keep security control over Palestinian areas. The plan was quickly rejected by Palestinian leaders and breaks with the U.S.'s vision, which supports a two-state solution.
The Israeli forces have killed more than 30,000 Palestinians in their military response to the October 7th attack, which killed over 1,000 Israelis. Just a 26% of eligible Americans have registered to vote in the region. As the Commonwealth gears up for the federal elections, one organization is working to ensure the new vote.
The new vote is the goal of each voters in the value of civic engagement. This is Philadelphia's regional organizer for creating the vote. She says many youth come from families who may be disenfranchised with the government. She says they first meet them with empathy, then provide the education.
We want to start by helping them understand their lived experiences with their families.
family members, their interactions with others, all of those things can impact how they see politics working for them. People switch gears very well. Social media, including TikTok videos showing examples of how their vote, which is their voice, can bring about change. Reactions I get from my friends, excitement, and restrictions like needs some small changes. We would like to see the Board of Education pass the new civic and voter education policies so that all students are ready for elections. Williams, KYW News Radio.
There's the exit for the Allentown service area. The sign that we just passed was a warning for anyone carrying those hazmat placards due to restrictions for the Lehigh Tunnel up ahead from here. Anyone who has those placards, they have to use this exit to Route 33, and then they can use Route 33 to get to I-80 and rejoin the Northeast Extension around the Pocono exit. Which here we are.